Same quantity can be added or subtracted from both the sides of the equation. Both the left hand side and the right hand side, it cannot be multiplied by two constant at a time. It will be multiplied by same constant with all the terms. When two or more equations are satisfied by the same values of the unknown quantities, they are called the simultaneous equations. If you are having same sign in the left hand side and the right hand side with the same term, you can cancel that one. Hello dear students, a warm welcome to one and all. My name is Vibha, Mathematics faculty at Vidyashram Pre-University College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So in today's session, we are going to learn the new chapter, which is chapter number 6 in your NCERT, called Theory of Equations. And here we are having session number 1. And what do you mean by this theory of equations? You are going to study under this theory of equations how the one variable, how a two variable will be, that means degree of one variable, degree of two variables, and solving the simultaneous equations in different methods. Okay, so you are going to study further in this chapter as a linear equation solving and quadratic equation, that is degree 2, cubic equation, it will be a degree 3, and last but not the least, you are going to have a synthetic division method also in this chapter. Now in this session, what are all the topics we are going to study? Here it is nothing but introduction, as I've given already now, degree of the equation and general principle of solving the linear equations, that means linear simple equations, methods to solve simultaneous linear equations in two variables. So in two variable simultaneous linear equations you are going to solve, and problems based on all these format. Okay, now we are moving on to what do you mean by an equation. An equation is a statement that says two algebraic expressions are equal, satisfied only for certain values of the variable. That is going to be known as the equations. Okay, some expressions you are going to have, whether it can be in a one variable or two variable. Further I am going to give an example here. So next, the two equal expressions are called numbers, are called members of the equation. What it is called? Two expressions are going to be called as members of the equations, while left hand side expression is called left hand side equation, which is the LHS, and the right hand side expression is going to be known as the right hand side equation. That is, right hand side equation means right hand expression, which is denoted by RHS. For example, you can have it as x squared plus y is equal to 2x. So this is called left side equation. This is called right side equation. Left hand side, right hand side. Getting? So we'll be moving on to the next one. To solve an equation means find the value of the values. That means values of the variable you are going to find out of that variable. That variable is known as unknown quantity. Unknown quantity, we are going to define it by x, y, z, etc. anything, a, b, like that. Satisfying the equation, these values are known as roots of the equation. So solving the equation and getting the values for the unknown quantity is going to be known as specially roots of the equation, of the solution in the Q equation. Q equation means qth degree. It can be a cubic, it can be a quadratic, it can be a linear, it can be a biquadratic, or it can be a more than that polynomial equation. So what do you mean by linear? Linear means having only one variable. It is called a linear equation. For example, you can take it as C, x plus 2 is equal to 0. This is having only one variable. Or x squared plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. This is also having only one variable. But here you are having, this is a quadratic equation. Why? Because degree 2. Here you are having a degree 1. This is called linear equation. Wherever you are having degree 1, it is a linear. Wherever it is power 2, it is a degree 2. You are going to name it as. And the process of finding the root is going to be solved called solving the equation. So finding the roots of the equation is going to be called solving the equations. Understood? Now we'll be moving on to the degree of the equation. The degree of the equation is the highest power of the variable involved in the equation. There are two types of degree equation, one variable and then two variable. So if I am going to talk about one variable means, as just now I have taken an example, that is x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0 or x squared plus 3x plus 1 equal to 0 or x cube plus 4x squared plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. All these are going to be known as the equation involving one variable. Now here you can have degree 1, here it is degree 2. The highest power of that equation is going to be known as the degree. Now here equation is having one variable but degree is 2. Here equation is having only one variable, that is x, but degree is what? Highest power is 3. Understood? So what will be the two variable? Two variable will be having, what is that? X plus y is equal to 0. So this is having a degree 1, including x is one variable, y is another variable. Otherwise x plus 4y plus 2 is equal to 0. This is also what? A equation having a two variable of a degree 1. Understood? Similarly, you can take it as x squared plus 4y plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. This is having a two variable, both x and y, but degree will be always here 2 in the taken equation. Are you getting? So this is how you are going to have, this is a one variable and this is a including two variable. Got? Now we'll be moving on to some general principle of the equations, how we are going to solve the simple linear equations. So the first is nothing but the equations do not alter if same quantity is added or subtracted from both the sides of the equation. For example, if you are having x squared plus 2 is equal to 2. So if you add plus 1 and plus 1, it will not here because plus 1 and plus 1 will get cancelled. So therefore, same quantity can be added or subtracted from both the sides of the equation. Next, if both the sides of the equation are multiplied or divided by the same quantity except the 0. Because if you multiply by 0, whole term it will become 0. So if you divide it by 0, whole term it will become infinite, that is undefined. So except 0, any other number can be multiplied or divided to the equation for both left hand side as well as the right hand side. Getting? This is one rule. Next rule, any term of an equation may be transferred from one side to a other side. Either from the left hand side to a right hand side you can transfer all the term, or from the left hand side to the right hand side you can transfer all the term, left to right or right to left. Okay? So that is why while doing so the sign is changed. For example, if you are having x plus 2 is equal to 2x minus 1, from the left to the right I am transferring, which will become 2x minus 1 as it is I am writing. This is transferred this side, minus x minus 2 is equal to right hand side it is remaining 0. Now you can 2x minus x is nothing but x, and minus 1 minus 2 is nothing but minus 3 equal to 0, or x is equal to 3. This is how you are going to do. Or taking all the 2x minus 1 to that side, you can get the x value as 3 only. Getting? That is what the next rule. And if the fractions occur in the equation, then they are cleared by multiplying both the sides by the LCM. Suppose if you are having like this, x plus y divided by 20 is equal to 1, you can multiply throughout by 20. So therefore 20 will get cancelled. 1 into 20 will become 20. If you are having a fractions, you can multiply throughout by the that constant, or you can take the LCM. LCM you can take like this. See, x by 3 plus y by 4 is equal to 1. This is a two variable. You can take the LCM. 4 3s are 12 as the LCM. Then multiply throughout by 12 there. Are you getting? So this is what you are going to have the third rule. What about the fourth rule? To multiply an equation by a quantity means that each term of the equation is multiplied by the same quantity. So each term, both the left hand side and the right hand side, it cannot be multiplied by two constant at a time. It will be multiplied by same constant with all the terms. That is what the rule 4. Next, to add two equations means addition of the respective sides of those equations. As I told you, to add the same equations means you are having x plus 2 is equal to 2 minus 3x. So if you add, you can bring all the x term to one side, all the constant terms to other side. So you can bring 3x to this side, it will become x plus 3x, and 2 to that side, see, plus 2 minus 2 will go, correct? So therefore you are having x plus 3x is equal to 0, or if you take x common factor, 1 plus 3x is nothing but 4x will be is equal to 0, or x will be is equal to 0. That is how you are going to solve the equation. To solve the simple equation, bring all the terms containing known terms to one side as I have written here, and unknown terms to other side. Unknown terms means the constant terms you are going to have. Finally, divide RHS by the coefficient of the variable. Coefficient of the variable means here you are having x plus 2y is equal to 3y minus 2x plus 1. So bringing all the term of the y and the x to one side and dividing throughout by coefficient of a constant here. Coefficient of y is 3, coefficient of y is 2. If you bring all the term, x plus 2y minus 3y plus 2x is equal to 1. Otherwise, x plus 2x is 3x plus 2y minus 3y is nothing but minus y is equal to 1. This is what the expression. Otherwise, you can divide by the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is 3, coefficient of y is minus 1 here. Understood? So this is how some rules you are going to follow under the conditions of solving the simultaneous linear equations. Now we'll be moving on to problems leading to linear equations in one variable. Now simple linear equations useful in solving the problems encrypted in commas and problems related with the numbers, fractions, ages, speed, etc. The procedure with one variable is as follows. Assume the unknown quantity as x. See, you are going to assume the unknown quantity as x. Translate the verbal statement into an algebraic expression and or the equations you are going to have. Solve the equations and find the value of x. If desired, check your result. You can verify your result if you want. Okay. So this is how you are going to solve the linear equations. Now, simultaneous linear equations in two variable means when two or more equations are satisfied by the same values of the unknown quantities, they are called the simultaneous equations. Are you getting? What is that? When two or more equations are satisfied by the same values of the unknown quantities. That is called a simultaneous equation. For the system of simultaneous linear equations, the number of equations should be equal to the number of variables. The number of equations must be equal to the number of variables. There are 4 methods to solve simultaneous linear equations in two variables. What are all those methods we are going to have? First method is nothing but method of comparison. In this method, the variable x, that is an unknown quantity from each of the equation, is expressed in terms of other variable. That means x will be expressed in terms of the y because they will be given a variable in terms of x and y only. Then comparing those two equations, we get the values of y. Substituting the value of y in any one of the equation given, we get the value of x. For example, consider these two equations. You are having here x plus 2y is equal to 7, 2x minus y is equal to 4. I am converting this equation 1 like this. In terms of x, I am converting. So what happens? X can be written as, see, if you take 2y to that side, it will become minus 2y. 7 already present, I am writing as it is, plus 2y if it comes to this side. That means from the left hand side to right hand side, it will be a minus 2y. That is what sign will be changed. That is one of the general principle of the simple linear equation solving, right? And then equation 2 also, I am going to take it as, see, 2x as it is, I am going to keep. And I am going to take y to that side, it will become, see, minus y. If I am taking to that side, it will become plus y. So therefore, which is 4 plus y. Now, you can convert this x. X will be is equal to 4 plus y divided by 2. Okay. Now you can take converted this equation as 3 and this equation as 4. Now comparing equation 3 and 4, if left hand side are equal, I can automatically equate the right hand side. Therefore, from equation 3 and 4, left hand side are equal, I can equate the right hand side by comparison. That is by comparison method. Okay, comparison method. We are going to get right hand side is 4 plus y divided by 2. 4 plus y divided by 2 is equal to 7 minus 2y. 7 minus 2y. Now you can take variable term, one variable, it is having y here, y terms to one side and constant term to other side. First let me cross multiply. See, this 2 can be multiplied here directly, or you can multiply throughout by 2. Okay, if you multiply throughout by 2, 2 will get cancelled. Remaining is 4 plus y, which will be is equal to 7 2s are 14 minus 2 2s are 4y. Understood? Now, taking y terms to one side and shifting the constant to other side. Now, here y are having minus 4y taking to this side. Y plus 4y is equal to 14. Here having plus 4 I am bringing to the right hand side. It will become minus 4. Therefore, y plus 4y is 5y is equal to 14 minus 4 is 10. Now, you can take it as y will be is equal to 10. See, multiplication is there. If it is there multiplication, you can cross multiply, that is 10 divided by 5. Otherwise, divide throughout by 5, which is 5 1s are, 5 2s are. If you don't know, you can cancel here only if it is multiplied. Be careful. If it is addition, subtraction is there, bringing to the right hand side, it will be sign changed. If it is there multiplication, it will be divided. That you have to follow up. So, y will be is equal to 2. Now you got the y is equal to 2. Substituting in any one of the equation as 3 and 4. I am going to substitute in equation 3 because I got the y value. So what you are going to get? Substituting y is equal to 2 in equation 3. Equation 3. What is the equation 3? X is equal to 7 minus 2y. So 7 minus 2y. Y value we got 2. 2 into 2. So, therefore, 7 minus 2 into 2 is 4. So, x will be is equal to 7 minus 4 is 3. So, you got by solving by comparison method, that means convert any variable as other variable. Here, I have converted x in terms of y, or you can convert y in terms of x and solve for x, then substitute any one of the equation, get y. That is also possible. Understood? So, this is going to be known as the comparison method. Now, we'll be moving on to the method of substitution. The second method is going to be known as the method of substitution. What we'll do in the method of substitution, dears? See, in this method, the values of the y or the values of the x is found in terms of x or y. You can convert y in terms of x, as I did it in a comparison method, or y in terms of x or x in terms of y from the equation, and substituting this value in other equation, we get a linear equation of one variable. Solving this equation, we get the value of the x or y. Putting this value in any of the equation, we get the value of the y or x. Here what I am going to do, any one equation I am going to convert in terms of x or in terms of y. So here first equation I have taken x plus 2y is equal to 1, and second equation I have considered as 3x minus 2y is equal to 5. Let me take the first equation as like this. I am converting here x in terms of y, that is x can be written as, see, if plus 2y comes to that side, plus 2y comes to that side, it will become minus 2y. So 1 here already having 1 minus 2y. Now keep this as it is. Now substitute this x is equal to 1 minus 2y in the equation 2. So therefore, substituting the value the value of x is equal to 1 minus 2y in equation 2. What is the equation 2 we are having? Equation 2 we are having 3x minus 2y is equal to 5. So substituting x is equal to 1 minus 2y, x is 1 minus 2y, 1 minus 2y minus 2y is equal to 5. Now multiplying 3 inside, 3 ones are 3, plus into minus is minus, 3 twos are 6y, minus 2y is equal to 5. Now you are getting minus 6y minus 2y is minus 8y. So therefore 3 minus 8y is equal to 5. Taking y term to that side, 5 to this side, what it will be? You are going to get, so 3 minus 5, see, taking plus 5 to this side, 3 minus 5 is equal to 8y. Otherwise, 3 minus 5, you are going to get it as minus 2. Minus 2 is equal to 8y, or you can divide by 8 because I want y. So, y will be is equal to minus 2 by 8. Otherwise, 2 ones are 2 fours are. Y will be is equal to minus 1 by 4. This is a value of y. Now, substituting this value of y in here, we are going to get the value of x. Now, x will be is equal to 1 minus 2 into y value is minus 1 by 4. Therefore, which will be is equal to 1 minus here. Minus into minus is plus. 2 into 1 is 2 divided by 4. Now, 2 ones are 2 twos are, which will become 1 plus 1 by 2. Now, you can take the LCM, dear students. 2 ones are 2 plus 1 divided by 2. So, therefore, x will be is equal to 2 plus 1 is 3 divided by 2. This is how we are going to solve the linear equation. Understood? This is called substitution method. Converting any one of the equation in terms of x and y and substituting that variable in the second equation and finding the value of that variable and substituting the value of that variable in the what you have converted and getting the value of the other variable. I have done in terms of y, you can do in terms of x and finding the y value. You are going to get the same values of x and y, dears. I hope you got this one. So we'll move on to the next method, which is called method of elimination. What is this method of elimination? In this method, the given equations are transferred to the equivalent equations. Equivalent equations means x coefficient will be as same or y coefficient will be as same. Okay. So that the coefficient of any one, I told you, x coefficient or y coefficient of the variable in both the transformed equation became numerically equal. Coefficient must be equal. Solving the equations in either by adding or subtracting, we get one of the variables, and substituting that variable in any one of the equation, we get the value of the other variable. That is called method of elimination. Here let us move on to, I have taken here two equations. 2x minus 3y is equal to 19. 3x plus 2y is equal to 9. See, dear students, either I am concentrating on the y coefficient or I can concentrate on the x coefficient. Anything is possible. Here I am concentrating on the x coefficient only 2. That 2 will be cross multiplied to this equation and this 3 will be cross multiplied to this equation. Then only 2 3s are 6, 3 2s are 6. So coefficient of x must be equal. Are you getting? So I am doing this, multiplying the constant of the coefficient. What is that? 3 here and then here 2. So what happens to that? That equation will become 2x, 3 into 2, which is nothing but 6x. So 6x minus, as it is, 3 into 3 is 9y. 9y is equal to 19 into 3. See, 9 3s are, you are having 27. 27 2 will be the LCM. 3 1s are 3. 3 plus 2, which is 5, which is 57. Therefore, you can have, which will be equal to 57. Again, see, 2 will be multiplied to the second equation. 3 2s are 6x. 6x. Again, you are having plus 2 2s are 4 plus 4y is equal to 9 2s are 18. 18. Now what you need to do? I have to get the opposite sign to cancel. Plus and minus will get cancelled. Both are plus, so that I am subtracting. Subtracting means the lower equation, this equation. Plus will become minus. Here also plus will become minus. Now subtracting. Addition means same. If it is there plus, plus only. If it is there plus, plus only. If it is there minus, minus only. Okay, depending on the second, what I have written the below equation, you are going to decide the signs of that equation. Got. Now plus 6x minus 6x will get cancelled. Minus 9y minus 4y. Minus 9y minus 4y gives you the answer minus 13y. 57 minus 18, you are going to get it as 39, correct? So you can cancel here only. 13 ones are 13 threes are. Minus y is equal to 3, or multiply throughout by minus symbol. Minus into minus is y is equal to minus into plus is minus 3. So you got y is equal to minus 3 ds. Now, if you get y is equal to minus 3, you can take any one of this equation. Not only this equation. See, don't consider this equation. You can consider this equation also. It will be complicated. So, I am going to consider this equation only. First equation or the second equation. Second equation I am going to consider here, which is 3x plus 2y is equal to 9. First convert in terms of y, because I am having the y value. I can find out the x value easily. So 3x can be written as 9 plus 2y comes to that side, it is minus 2y. Now 3x will be is equal to 9 minus 2 into y value is minus 3. So therefore 9 minus into minus is plus, 2 3s are 6. So you are getting 3x will be is equal to 9 plus 6 is nothing but 15. Now 3 1s are, 3 5s are. So x will be is equal to 5. So this is how we are going to solve by method of elimination. To solve the equation, any one of these method you can follow. Are you getting? Now we have solved by method of comparison, method of a substitution and method of elimination. We'll be moving on to the next is nothing but method of cross multiplication. Cross multiplication is easier. Consider this two equation, that is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. That is the two equations I have considered. Here multiply the first equation by a2. That means here they have taken the coefficient of x. So here multiplying this equation by a2, that means ulta, and multiplying this equation by a1, or you can take the y coefficient also. Got? And then they are going to get this equation. See, a1 a2x, then multiplied by here a2 b1 by a2 c1 is equal to 0. And here this second equation is multiplied by a1 a2x plus a1 b2y plus a1 c2 is equal to 0. You can see that equation. We are going to call it as, let it be 3 and 4. So, solving that equation is going to be known as the method of cross multiplication. How we are going to solve? This is how we are going to solve. See, you are going to write whatever the x and y as it is. See, x, y and the 1 as it is, you are going to write it. Now here a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. This one, see, a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. Again repeating that value, see. a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. Then cross multiplication. See, this x can be written as b1, c2 minus b2, c1. First, you have to cross multiply this like this, so that only black arrow mark I taken. I have not taken this one to show you. First is this black one, next one is red one, minus with the minus sign. See, x divided by b1, c2 minus b2, c1. Getting? And then y divided by c1, a2 minus c2, a1. And then 1 divided by, that is a constant, a1, b2 minus a2, b1. This is how we are going to write it. Then see, x divided by b1 c2 as I show you in the diagram minus b2 c1 is equal to, you are going to equate y divided by a2 c1. See, a2 c1, c1 a2 or a2 c1 minus a1 c2. a1 c2. So is equal to 1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. You got how to write this one, right? Now method of cross multiplication. Now equating these with this one and equating this with this one. Okay, you are going to get the x and the y value. See here, Equating first and the third, we get x will be is equal to, see dear students, this will be cross multiplied, means b1 c2 minus b2 c1 will go to with 1 into this one will be the same thing. That's what they have written there. b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by denominator whatever they were having, that's it, a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Similarly, equating 2 and third one, that is equation this one, 2 and this one. So this term will go to here. That's it, and denominator as it is. This is called cross multiplication. This is how we are going to find out the x and y values. Now here they have taken x plus 2y is equal to 4, 3x plus y is equal to 7. Now you can write this one as x plus 2y. See, plus 4 comes to this side, minus 4 equal to 0. Again this one, 3x plus y minus 7 equal to 0. Dear students, here the degree is 1 only for both. Degree should be equal here, then only we can solve this one. So here you are going to get this one as by writing the coefficient of x and y. Here coefficient of x is 1, coefficient of y is 2, constant term is minus 4. That's what you are going to write. See, a1, a2, b1, b2. Similarly here, coefficient of x is 3, coefficient of y is 1, constant term is minus 7. Therefore, by cross multiplication, how we can write? See, here I am writing 1, 3, b1, b2, that is 2, 1, c1, c2, that is minus 4, minus 7. Got? Similarly, again repeating the same value. So that is 1, 3. I am going to write the next. That is 1, see, 3. Again 2, 1, 2, 1. Again minus 4, minus 7. Minus 4, minus 7. Again repeating 1, 3, 2, 1, minus 4, minus 7. Writing here x, y and 1. Correct? That's what we are doing. So x divided by, you can write it as x divided by which you are going to cross multiply. 1 into this one. First one, 2 into minus 7. This is arrow mark. 2 into minus 7. 2 into minus 7 minus 1 into minus 4. 1 into minus 4. That's it. 1 into minus 4. Again, which will be implying y divided by, which you are going to multiply. 4 into 3 first. Correct? That's what arrow mark we have shown. See, 4 into, this is c1 into c2. Y. Correct? So, therefore, you are going to multiply 4 into 3 first. 4 into 3, close the bracket, minus 7 into 1. See, minus you are having minus 7 into 1. Minus 7 into 1 is equal to, now 1 divided by constant term. What it will be? 1 into 1, 1 into 1 minus 3 into 2. 3 into 2. You got now? Same here. See this one. A1 into B2, A2 into B1. That's it, DS. Got? Now which will be implies. Now you can equate y. X divided by, solve this first. X divided by 2 into minus 7 is minus 14. So minus 14 minus, see here, 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. Minus into minus is plus 4. Which will be is equal to, I can equate directly to this one. Again, solving this, I can equate directly to that one. Isn't it? That's what we are doing. So 1 divided by, see, 1 into 1 is 1 minus 3 into 2 is 6. Again equating this. Y divided by 4 into 3 is 12. See, minus 7 into n minus 7. Minus into minus plus 7 is equal to same. 1 divided by 1 minus 6. So therefore, x divided by minus 14 plus 4 is minus 10. So minus 10 is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus 6 is minus 5. So again here y divided by 12 plus 7 is 19, which will be implying 1 divided by minus 5. Now cross multiplied here. That's it. See, minus 10 will go to here, 19 will go to here. That's it. So therefore, x will be implying that x will be is equal to minus 10 divided by minus 5, because minus 10 into 1 is minus 10 only. Here minus minus will go, 5 ones are 5 twos are, so which implies x is equal to 2. And then cross multiplying y, 19 will be cross multiplied here, 19 ones are 19. So y is equal to minus 19 divided by 5. Dear students, this minus will be written directly to the numerator. So that is minus 19 divided by 5. So x value you got 2, y value is minus 19 by 5. I hope you got this one, how to solve, dears. So we'll move on to the next problem solving. Here they was solve the following equation, 1 marker each. So 2 into 7 plus x minus 10 is equal to 16 minus 2 into x minus 24. First solve the bracket and then collect all the variable term to one side and constant term to other side. Here only one variable is there, that is x. You can observe no other variable than x. So here 2 sevens are 14 plus 2 into x is 2x minus 10 as it is, 16 minus 2 into x is 2x, minus into minus is plus, 24 into 2 you are going to have 48, isn't it? Now collecting all the terms by cancelling here, 14 minus 10 gives you plus 4, so 2x plus 4 is equal to here 16 plus 48. So 8 plus 6 is nothing but 14, 1, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 1, 6. So 48 plus 16 gives you 64 minus 2x. Now collecting all the x term to one side and constant term to other side, see here, minus 2x if it comes to this side, 2x plus 2x is equal to 64. If plus 4 goes to that side, minus 4. Be careful. I have collected all the x terms to one side, constant term to other side. So therefore I can solve 2x plus 2x is implies, see, 2x plus 2x is 4x is equal to 64 minus 4 is 60. Getting? Now you can cancel by 2 or cancel by 4. Anything is possible. If you cancel by 4, it is easy. That is 4 ones are 4, remaining is 20. So you are going to have 4 5s are 20, which is 4 15s are 60. So x will be is equal to, implies x is equal to 15. So that is a value of x. Understood? So this is how you are going to solve. Next here they have given x plus a into x plus b is equal to ax plus b. First solve the bracket. X plus a into x is ax plus a into b is ab is equal to ax plus b. Now dear students, if you are having same sign in the left hand side and the right hand side with the same term, you can cancel that one. Now you are having a plus ax plus ax. Plus ax will get cancelled. Minus ax, it should not have plus ax minus ax. If it is having plus ax minus ax, it will add. Plus ax only it should have. Okay, or minus ax, same sign with the same term. So it will get cancelled. Now remaining is what? X plus ab is equal to, remaining here right hand side b. Now ab is constant because without the variable it is considered as constant. No variable x there. So taking that side, x is equal to b minus ab. This is a value of x, where a and b, it can be any integer. Getting? This is how you are going to solve, dear students. We'll move on to solving the next problem. 3 into x minus 2 minus of x minus 1 is equal to 7 into x minus 1 minus of 6x minus 2. Minus of. Of means this one. This bracket is called off. Okay. Why they have put bracket? Minus sign is there. If minus sign is there, please open the bracket. Okay. Here you can have solving the bracket first. 3 into x is 3x. Minus into plus is minus. 3 2s are 6. Again minus into plus is minus x. Minus into minus is plus 1 is equal to 7 into x is 7x. 7 into minus 1 is minus 7. Minus 6 into x is minus 6x. Minus 6 into minus 2 is minus into minus is plus. 6 2s are 12. Now collecting all the x terms to one side, constant term to other side. First let us solve the left hand side. 3x minus x gives you 2x. Minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5 is equal to 7x minus 6x is x. Minus 7 plus 12 gives you plus 5. Because higher symbol is plus 12. If you are having plus 7 minus 12 means it is minus 5. Higher symbol, highest number is 12 there. That symbol you are going to take. So 2x minus 5. Now collecting x term. Take x term to this side, constant term to that side. 2x minus x is equal to 5. Minus 5 taken to that side, it will be plus 5. 2x minus x is equal to 5 plus 5 is 10. That's it, DS. This is how you are going to solve the x value. Now we'll move on to the next problem. 8x plus 17x minus 51 is equal to 16x minus 36 plus 12. Now 8x plus 17x, if you add these two, what it will be here? See, otherwise you can get here. See, 8x minus 16x. If you subtract 8 minus 16, it will be giving you minus 8. So let me write it as 8x plus 17x minus 16x is equal to minus 36 plus 12. If you subtract here minus 36 plus 12, it will be 24. So which is minus 24. Minus 24. Now taking minus 51 to that side, it is plus 51. Now here 17x minus 16x is 1x. 8x plus 1x is 9x. So 9x is equal to minus 24 plus 51 will be is equal to 27. Now you can cancel 9 ones are 9 threes are. So x will be is equal to 3. That's it, yes. This is how you are going to find out the values. Now we'll moving on to the next one, solving the following 2 marks each. It will be this is one variable it is including. Here you can have x plus 2 divided by 5 equal to x minus 1 divided by 2. What you can do by this? See, 2 is there, cross multiply. 5 is there, cross multiply. So multiplying 2 here, 2 will be multiplied here. So 2 into x is 2x. 2 into 2 is, see plus symbol you are having, 2 into 2 is 4 is equal to 5 into x is 5x. 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. Now as usual method, collecting all the x term one side and constant term other side. Now I am bringing this 2x to that side, minus 5 to this side because you are having 5x as higher value. So therefore 4 plus 5 is equal to 5x minus 2x. Otherwise 4 plus 5 is 9 is equal to 5x minus 2x is 3x. Or you can write this one as 3x is equal to 9 or 3 ones are 3 threes are. So x will be is equal to 3. This is how you are going to solve the equation DS. I hope you got this one. We'll move on to the next problem. So here you are going to take the LCM DS. Last case it was not having like this. So we just did cross multiplication. If you are having like this, you can take all the terms to this side or you can take the LCM only here and solve that one. So I am going to take here what the LCM and then solving. So what I am going to do here, 7 into 2 which is 14. So x plus 3, 7 2s are 14 divided by 7 is equal to again here x minus 4. 8 ones are, see 8 ones are 8 because minus sign you are having divided by 8 as it is. I hope you got this step. Now solve the numerator. See plus 3 minus 14 is minus 11, right? So x minus 11 divided by 7 is equal to minus 4 minus 8 is nothing but minus 12. So x minus 12 divided by 8. Now how you are going to do? Same like the first problem. Now you can cross multiply 8 to here, 7 to here. So cross multiplying 8 to here, 8 into x is 8x minus 11 8s are 88 is equal to 7 into x is 7x. 12 7s are, so 7 2s are 14. You are having 1 will be 7 1s are 7 which is 8. Correct? 12 7s are 84. Now you can take all the terms to of x that side, constant term to that side. 8x plus 7x bringing to this side which is minus 7x. Minus 84 you are having. Minus 88 if you bring to this side it will be plus 88. Now 8x minus 7x is x will be is equal to minus 84 plus 88 is. If you subtract 88 minus 84 which will be 4. So therefore x value will be is equal to 4. I hope you got this one. We'll be moving on to the next problem dears. What they have asked? X plus 19 divided by 5 minus 3 is equal to x by 4. Solve this equation. Now what you need to do? Take the LCM here as in the last case. 5 3s are 15. So x plus 19 minus 15 divided by 5 is equal to x by 4. Solve the numerator. X plus 19 minus 15 gives you plus 4. X plus 4 divided by 5 is equal to x by 4. Now cross multiplying 4 here, 5 here. 4 into x is 4x. 4 4s are 16 is equal to 5x. Now taking 4x to that side, keeping 16 as it is. So 5x 4x that side minus 4x is equal to 16 as it is. You can, one step I am skipping here. So 5x minus 4x is x is equal to 16. That's it, yes. So this is a value of x. I hope you got this, how to solve the problem. We'll move on to the next problem, dear. They've given like this. Solve the following equation. 1 by 3 minus 5 plus 6 by 2x is equal to 2 by x. Now what I'm going to do here, I am going to take here LCM as 3. If I am taking LCM as 3 here, I am going to multiply to only this. See, this term. 3 5s are 15. That is 1 minus 15 divided by 3 plus 6 divided by 2x is equal to 2 by x. Understood? Now you can take 1 minus 15 is nothing but 1 minus 15 is minus 14 divided by 3 plus 6 divided by 2x is equal to 2 by x. Now what I am going to do, I am going to take here all the x term to one side and keeping constant to other side. Now here 2 by x I am going to take this side, 14 by 3 I am going to shift it to that side. So 6 divided by 2x minus 2 divided by x is equal to, shifting to that side, minus 14 by 3 will become plus 14 by 3. Now here LCM will be is equal to 2x. Otherwise you can take it as 2x squared. See, if you don't know to take the LCM, multiply this. 2x into x is 2x squared. Multiply x here, 2x here. This is how easy solving. So here you are going to have, I am doing as like by taking this multiplication, x into x, 2x into x. Again x will be multiplied here, 6x minus 2 into 2 is 4x is equal to 14 divided by 3. Now 6x minus 4x is nothing but 2x divided by 2x into x is equal to 14 divided by 3. Now 2x will get cancelled. Remaining is 1 by x is equal to 14 by 3. Now you take x to that side, 14 by 3 to 1 by 14 by 3. 14 by 3 comes to the denominator and 3 will go to the numerator. Therefore, I can write here x will be is equal to 1 divided by 14 divided by 3. 3 will go to the numerator. X will be is equal to 3 by 14. This is how you are going to solve. If you want to take the actual LCM, means you can take it as x as the LCM, then you can multiply this by 2. This one as by 2. So therefore 6 minus 4, it will be giving you 2. 2 will get cancelled. 2x will be the LCM. Okay. So 1 by x only remaining. That is how you can do it. Understood? This is how we are going to solve the problem. So I hope you got this session, how to solve the problems on one variable of 1 marker and 3 marker, and also you got to know how to solve the problems on simultaneous linear equations of the different method in 2 variables. Right? So thank you dear students. In the next session, we'll be moving on to some more problems of solving a simultaneous linear equation in these type of method. Have a nice day.